welcome back to Musings by Nikki. I am here today with the flip through of my Wildflower journal collection. This has been a delightful process. It has been so springy and happy and colorful, and I am really excited to share the final flip through with you guys. I have created 3 single signature journals and then the one Flagship 5 signature journal right here. And we're just gonna flip through. These are similar, you know, slightly different, similar, and then this is kind of the same version of things, right? So I'm gonna flip through these quickly and just give you guys an idea of what things look like. Let's see, I've got my little notes here so I can remember to do them in order. And we'll start with Wildflower number 1. This one has 72 pages. It measures 6 inches by 8.75 or 8 3/4 inches. And this one will be listed as Wildflower 1. And they're covered in a gorgeous velvet, the pink, and then this beautiful lime greeny kind of chartreuse color. And so on the cover, I have done some fancy sewing with my sewing machine, some little flowers and leaves, and then just layered up some of the fabric that I dyed on a video with splotchy kind of inks and stuff. And then there's some pink velvet and some of the chartreuse velvet layered in there and then sewn around a bunch of times. And that is affixed to the cover, and the back is just more of the velvet. It has, these books have such a gorgeous hand feel because of the velvet. All of them have an eyelet with a big fluffy tassel on them. It flips right out of the way for when you want to use it. And because it's on a bulb pen, you can choose to remove it entirely if you want to as well. This one is closed with sari silk. And let's just take a little flip through. Oh, all of them have this Wildflower sack, the 3 single signature ones. I was going to affix it here, and then I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide if I wanted to or not. So I have just put them in, and you can decide what you want to do with the Wildflower canvas seed sack. I thought it would look cute, you know, folded over like this and attached, and then it could be a place to stick your pens and stuff. But I didn't do it. So it's up to you. You guys get to decide. This one is lined with some wallpaper. And then let's just flip on through. All of them use my Among the Wildflowers kits. That comes with labels. They've got some of this lovely Wildflower book page in there, some of the ephemera from my kit, and some die cuts, some of my coffee stained lace paper. These are some labels that I kind of zhuzhed up with some paint sparkle. And then in one of my videos, we made some fancy scraps and turned them into clusters. Then there are fussy cut flowers that come with my kit, so I've put those in. This page, there's going to be several of these in the journals, and this is sewn lines back and forth. Just a really fun way to journal. Then we've got one of these big flip outs in every book. Pockets. Here's a belly band with a sewn cluster tag. We made some old music paper. Then there's some of this gorgeous, it's like a waxed tissue paper, almost like a faux glassine. And I've just torn the edge, and on this one I've got this pink flower, but it's really nice because you can see the wildflowers behind it, and then you've got the little flower. And then same thing, when you flip over, you can see it. It's just kind of a pretty little detail. Plus, I love crinkly paper. In this pocket, we've got one of the woven tags that I made, and then cut down some large tags out of some of the paper. This is a little envelope that comes out and has a little pocket in it. Some more of the fussy cuts of labels. Layered up labels. Here's some more die cuts and some fussy cuts, kit pages, polka dot dyed paper. This here is got photo corners on it, so it actually can come out and you can write on the back. It's a nice little hidden journaling space if you want it to be. You can also use it, you know, function as a belly band or a pocket to stick things behind to keep them in there. Here's a tag that I made using the negative space from some die cuts. Big gorgeous dandelion in the center of the signature. More wildflowers. We've got a, oh, that gets stuck on there? No, it just didn't want to come out right away. A couple of cute little tags behind this cluster pocket here. Here's another one of those photo corner tags. Postcard in a pocket. It says among the wildflowers. Nice big cluster there. Postcard. Here's the other side of that glassine paper. And then this is an over-the-top notebook that I made in one of my recent videos in this Wildflower series. So it's plenty of journaling space, kind of hidden journaling space. And then it also becomes a design element, which is kind of nice. Another couple of tags here. Some more fussy cuts from the kit. It's just, these are just cheerful, happy journals. They would be lovely to use now in the summer or spring, but they would also just be, if you live somewhere like I do where it gets ridiculously cold in the winter, this would be a nice little journal to, you know, flip out and start using in the middle of winter even. This is a flip open card. Oh my gosh, can I not get my... I swear, oh there, I'm like, I swear it's just a flip open card. In this envelope, this is an envelope that comes with the kit. But it'd be nice to use in the dregs of winter. Here's some of that beautiful book page. That's from a Janet Marshall nature book. And there is my maker's mark. So, like I said, this one will be Wildflower 1, and it has 72 pages in it. They are not very alligator mouthed, so there is definitely plenty of room to work with. Alright, here is number 2. This one has 68 pages. How do they all get slightly different numbers of pages? I don't know. Don't ask me. It's just, I go and I do. Same kind of thought with the layered up, sewn around little emblem on the front. This is this gorgeous chartreuse. Again, because it's velvet, it has this gorgeous hand feel. It feels nice. There's almost something like old or antique or something about holding a book like this that is covered in velvet. It's just, it feels nice. So this one is also lined with wallpaper, and there's the little seed sack that I wasn't sure about. On this front page you have a couple of pockets with a tag and a postcard and some cluster work down there. And then same basic feel throughout. It's just a little slightly different arrangement, a few different types of patterned pages in here. Some more of that gorgeous Janet Marshall page. On the back of there we've got a couple pockets with some tags here. This is more of that beautiful sewn. It's such a great texture. It has a great hand feel. Again, you guys, I'm big on the feels of things. This is that same envelope that has a card inside. I like my journals to be creative and appeal to more than one sense, right? Attached here with the paper clip is just a big layered tag with a pocket with a tag. It's all journaling space here on the back of the tag for sure. Some more of my lace dyed paper. We have a couple of little half pages here, and on the front behind these clusters are little mini tags in both pockets here, and those you could write on the back of as well. Here's a big clipped in tag, and it's got another tag in this fabric pocket, and this is that fabric that I made, that I dyed when I was doing the tags and stuff. Here we've got a triple belly band and a couple of cards in there, like so. Creates this nice woven effect. Oh my goodness, that was a very loud truck with a very large camper on it. It is tourist season in my town for sure. Here's some more of that, you know, talk about appealing to the senses. This feels nice and it crinkles loud. I love crinkly papers. This big pocket with a nice big postcard. Some more clusters. The center of this one lays out to a nice big journaling space or some photo opportunity. Here's the flip out on this one. I love all the Sari Silk tabs on these too. Years ago I made a journal that had Sari Silk tabs all along the bottom, the top, and the side, and I loved it. So when I decided to put Sari Silk tabs on these, I was already excited. Here again, that layered look. It shows up in person even better than it does here, of course. Camera just never does it quite justice. Here's another one of those over-the-top notepads that gives you additional journaling space. Here are the other sides of those pockets. This one's got a cluster, not pockets, this one has a cluster pocket. These are the little half sheets here. This one's got some fabric washi on it. This is an old card that I got from somebody and saved it. I stuck it in with my Wildflower stuff when I started making it. It's got shiny gold on it. Yeah, but I thought, oh, that'll make a really, this was the front of the card. I thought that would make a really pretty page in my Wildflower journal. Sure enough, it did. There's a big pocket, and then there's a little coin envelope, and it has just a little card in it. Another pocket with a tag, and that's on this beautiful Janet Marshall, and I love this element in the kit. That's a fussy cut. So is that. And this paper, it just makes me so happy, you guys. Some of my labels, and some more die cuts, and then a big packet at the back with another big postcard and a tag, and my maker's mark. So that is that journal flipped through. Again, this one is Wildflower 2, and it has 68 pages. It measures 5 3/4 by 8 1/2. Little note in or I will forget. The next one, this is, oh, Wildflower 3, you guessed it. This one is tied shut with blue Sari Silk. It is another single signature journal, and it is covered in this beautiful green chartreuse. All of these single signature journals do have handmade hard covers to them. This one has 72 pages, measures 5 3/4 by 8 1/2. The inside on this one is also wallpaper, and there is your seed sack right there. And here we go with the flip through on Wildflower number 3. Another over the top. This is another just attached with a paper clip, one of those large double tag kind of things. This one has photo corners on it, so you can remove that tag, that journaling card. Some pocket, some die cuts, another large postcard, more pages from the kit, more of that sewing paper, sewing lined paper. Here's a big old loaded pocket. So it's got a tag and a journaling card and then the little coin envelope. A cluster and some more of the kit pages. Here's the fold out here. We've got some purple matching die cuts with the crispy crunchy paper. A cute little pocket with a couple of small tags. This is just clipped in, so it could be moved if you didn't want it there. There's some fabric washi down the sides of that page. This is some avocado dyed paper. There's this gorgeous feel to it. It's almost like a watercolor paper. It's got a gorgeous hand feel to it. It's a nice weight paper. Here's the crunchy paper. Another flip out on this one. Some die cuts and labels. In this big pocket, we've got another one of the woven tags that I made and a large kit page tag. Sewing paper. Here is the large envelope on this very old music paper. Every one of them has a page of that very old music paper in it. So this corner came out. Here's another photo corners journaling card. Some more cardstock, some more tea-dyed paper. This is another one of those vague fabric double tag pockets. Some lined paper. Ooh, I've got a bit of a hangnail. That will need to be addressed. And then here's the last page. It's got a big tag in there and my maker's mark on that one. So again, this one is Wildflower 3, 72 pages, 8 3/4 by, or excuse me, 5 3/4 by 8 1/2. And now for the big flagship guy, lady. I can't even call this a guy, right? This one is the large 5 signature journal that I just built the cover for in my last 2 videos. And this is the flagship journal. This one has the same thing, the tassel that is on a bulb pin and through an eyelet. It has 168 pages. It measures roughly 6 by 9. And this one will be listed as Wildflower 4. It is closed with some beautiful sage and kind of lilac colored crinkly seam binding. And this is not attached to the front. I really, when I was making this on video, and even as I was just kind of putting it together, I just couldn't decide what I would want to do on the front. And honestly, I just really like the velvet upholstery fabric so much that I thought I'm just going to leave it like this. Oh, sorry, silk goo everywhere. But I thought I'm just going to leave it like this. And if somebody buys this and wants to put something on the front, you know, more power to you. I kind of really just like the way that it feels with this, you know, gorgeous, luscious pink velvet. This, however, is a little booklet that I made using some of the fussy cuts from the kit and some of the cardstock that I used in the kit. And just, you know, every time the window gets progressively smaller. And so, I mean, I thought it would look really cute attached to the front, but I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to attach it because I like the way it feels this way. So, but that's me, and I'm not going to own this forever. So, lays out very beautifully with all these luscious, beautiful sari silk tabs sewn on. It's a great hand feel. It's just a happy looking book. It is lined with this like pillow ticking fabric, and let us just start flipping through the pages. It's going to have a lot of these seam elements, this over the top paper, some avocado dyed paper, and it will have mostly the same style of things. Little flip out journaling spot there. It's just 5 signatures worth of it, so it's a much larger book. Some die cuts, little collaging with stuff. There's a nice big flip out there. So those flip outs are a great place to, you know, if you want to journal and then put a picture in or something, that's a great way to use those flip outs, or I mean journal right on them. You do you. These big pockets here have a big journaling card and a tag in them. Some die cuts and another big flip out here. This is some of my lace stained paper, and then more of that fabric. It's almost like a canvas fabric washi. Some little highlighted space there to write on. Nice big cluster on the side. All of the clusters have little elements from my Wildflower kit. And then there's a lot of just the little fussy cut wildflowers kind of throughout the book to carry the theme along. Tag. Here's an envelope. It has that same card in there. On the back here, this is a very old, like an antique card that I turned into a pocket. It's well, very old. I say very old. It's probably from the 50s, so it's not as old. Another over-the-top notebook. Some of that sewn on lined paper. Kit pages. Here's a big collaged flip out. A little half page. A fabric pocket on this music paper. That music paper is very old. I could say that about that. Here's the center of the signature. It's just got a little tag and some beautiful fussy cut wildflowers. They're very like watercolor painterly almost, the wildflowers in this kit. A nice big wallpaper tag there behind that belly band. Another little half sheet. Some more clusters. A big pocket with a layered tag. On the back side here, there are a couple of envelopes that have just little tags in them, little journaling cards, and then they just shut behind this little dot there. And then here is a tag in this pocket, and that whole thing is a flip-up journaling spot. Here's a little postcard. Hold on, guys. I'm falling off the edge of my chair. When I film, I sit like way up on the edge of the chair. I don't know why, and then I start sliding. A big wallpaper pocket that's got a journaling card in there. A little half sheet. Some lined paper. This is the center of that signature. Another over-the-top notebook. Little corner got folded over. And there's the other side of that, and another little half sheet. Just some more washi. That sewn paper. More washi details. Fussy cuts. Nice big flip out. On the back here, this is a wax seal, and this opens up. And there's a tag inside. Here inside this pocket there is another one of these big collaged tags. And this is kind of a fussy cut pocket here that it goes in behind. This is another part of that really old card from the 40s or 50s probably. Some of the crinkly paper. Here is another one of the over the top notebooks. Here are a couple of very loaded pockets with 2 pockets with a bunch of tags and stuff in, and then that is a giant flip. The center of this signature, and another one of the flip outs. These are made, if you didn't see the last video or one of the videos when I made these are the negatives of the die cuts. So when I cut the die, when I use the die to cut it out of the paper, I save the dies and then I back it with something else, or the negative space I guess, not the dies, and some of that beautiful Janet Marshall paper. So I save them and use them to make flip outs and things like that, and tags. It's just another way to use all the things. More crinkly paper. This is a photo cornered big tag, so you could journal on the front or put a picture on the front and journal on the back. A big wallpaper card behind this large cluster piece. And then at the top of the last signature, we've got another big journaling card. You see, I just tried to put a little bit of a touch on almost every page here to just carry the theme through. I just really enjoy the way that these books turned out. They make me just very, like I said, they make me very happy. Plenty of space for journaling. Another over-the-top notebook. This is the center of the last signature. There are a few little tags in here and another one in here. More of that canvasy, washy. There are a couple tags in here. Beautiful wildflower papers. Book pages. This is a piece from a little tiny, this is another older vintage piece of card, and it was just a little well wishes card, so that flips open. You can put a little journaling in there. And then on the back we've got a couple of journaling cards in this corner pocket. Oh, I forgot a maker's mark. I will put a maker's mark on here. And there we go with this large beauty. This one is Wildflower 4. Again, has 168 pages and is roughly 6 by 9. So thank you guys for looking through these books with me and coming on my adventure of creating them. I certainly have enjoyed making these books. And if you're interested in how any of them were made, I have a whole series of videos on making some of the elements and such. There we go. There's my little stack. So these should be in my shop as soon as this video goes live. And if they are not there, then that means they are sold. Thank you. And if they are still there, then they are available. That is kind of makes sense, right? So thank you guys for joining me today and flipping through these books with me. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. I appreciate it. And yeah, and so I've still got one more big project that I really want to start trying to push through before school starts and things get a little crazier. But I'm excited for this next one. And well, what would I ever say? Oh, I'm not really excited for this one. Of course, I say I'm always excited for this next one. So anyway, thanks guys for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your morning or afternoon or evening, or maybe it's even the middle of the night, whatever time it is, on whatever side of this globe of ours that we all share that you live on. And until I see you guys next time, take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye, everybody.